players today. Why was that important closing out your fourth home game?
Well, it was important, not just for this homestand, but just in terms of how we want to play. We want to be consistent with getting contributions from everybody, and we're still growing and working on how to do that and what that looks like on game day. But when you look at what we did today, that's indicative of the direction that we want to be in, for sure.
Once again, Destiny 28 points, 11 rebounds, third straight double-double. I mean, again, it feels like we talk again and again about how you're able to get those points in the paint and the rebounds as well. What do you think was working well today in particular?
I think that my position was working pretty well. I think my teammates have a good sense of when I have good position down low and kind of know when to feed it to me. And I think that's the only reason I produced like that, thanks to them.
And then, Coach, another very physical game, 41 total fouls called. How is this team able to, play physical games each and every day and then come out and be ready for the next one?
We're working on our resilience, and we're working on our toughness. So I think kind of what we do in practice, our assistant coaches, they do a really good job of harping on playing tough. And playing hard-nosed defense, and that comes out on game day.
Iona only shot 4 for 23 from 3 today. Some of the other past opponents have had a little bit more success from beyond the arc. Did you think anything changed from your end on the defensive end to limit them?
I think our intentionality about defending the three-point line has grown from week 1 to week 2. We don't want to give up a lot of uncontested or, open threes. And Iona did a good job of running. They ran a lot of good action to get loose on the three-point line. And, our focus was trying to be there and trying to contest and not give them, some open looks. And, we were pretty good at that in spurts, I thought, today.
JoJo, can you just sum up your first 2 weeks at Rutgers? Some big buckets for you, 4-0.
I would say it's really exciting, and I think that this team has so much potential, and I think we're just reaching the surface. So I would say look forward to our next few games.
Yeah, Coach, I'm curious what you go into the locker room telling your team at the end of the second quarter, 12 points, a little bit different from the first quarter, and then the second half dropped 48, so definitely a huge improvement at the back end of the game.
I think at halftime we really talked about making some of the adjustments we needed to make based on how they were defending us. And then we came out the third and fourth quarter and acted on those adjustments. One of the adjustments was, our ball screen defense and how we could be better at it. I think another adjustment was, just playing fast and attacking their press. I thought we did a little bit better job of that the second half. And then, we didn't have Destiny sitting a whole lot, and that always helps when you can have her on the court and not being in foul trouble. So.
Kiyomi scored 14 points off the bench. She didn't play in the first half today, and she didn't play the first quarter on Sunday. Is there a reason that you can share for that, or is it just game flow, that kind of thing?
Well, I think when folks come to college, there's some things that every freshman has an adjustment, whether it's the talent or the academics or social or being away from home. And Kiyomi's learning how to be on time. So that's her adjustment. And we're helping her understand how to be on time.
Just like with Antonia last year.
Antonia had to learn how to be on time. She learned it a little quicker than Kiyomi's learning it. But so, those things happen, and she'll be fine and we'll be fine.
So this is for both of the players. How much did you feed off of the energy if there's a kid screaming every time one of you makes a basket today?
I think it's just really exciting to hear. I think it's really nice to have all the kids in the stands, and I kind of just hope that me or one of my teammates inspires them to play basketball and chase after their dreams.
Same. I agree with Destiny, but it also means so much more that Coach Ko's daughter goes to one of the high schools, and one of the Coach Jay's daughters go, and so it was so exciting to hear them too being my teammates, my school gets to meet you guys, and so they were all so excited about it today. So I think that also means a lot.
Go follow off that. When we talked earlier this week, and you talked about growing the community, it seems like there was a lot more this year than in years past. How does that? How I guess what can you say about it growing that community, and what did you think it looked like this year?
Well, it was important for us to make that connection, and then I think when you bring in, Destiny Adams is from here, and JoJo is right across the border in Pennsylvania, local regional talent, folks that they grew up, folks that people in this area have supported and followed during their high school years and their AAU years, and so coming back and being able to support them here at Rutgers is important, and we just want to continue to do everything we can to keep the best local talent here, and build that bridge between our fan base and folks who grew up here playing and want to play for Rutgers and want to do what these two do on a nightly basis, and that's happening.
Obviously, an early morning recess game, kind of a different feel than more of your like a traditional later in the day game. Do you guys have a preference for playing in these early morning games, or more later, get a little more prep of your day?
I would probably prefer like a 4 o'clock game, not too early, and you still have time to yourself after the game's over. That's my preference.
I would say same. I think that 11 a.m. is a little too early.
Yeah.
We started at like 5:30 this morning. But I would say probably like a late afternoon, but night games are always fun.